Hello, and welcome to Fred English for Writing Business Proposal, and I'm Fred Lee. Today, we're going to learn how to write the cost section of business proposal. Now, let's look at the characteristics of cost section of business proposal. First, the function of cost section is to present the costs that you may incur along the project, and those costs will be paid by your client. So you need to describe the costs in detail, okay? And in order for the function to be realized in your business proposal, you may need to include the following three main aspects of content, which are short description of costs. You need to give a short summary of the costs and the relevant cost items. Second, you need to break down the cost items item by item so that the details are explained clearly to your client. Finally, you need to explain how the individual cost item has been calculated. You need to provide your client with authentic and detailed calculation methods, okay? And all the information together will help your client understand all the costs you'll incur along the project is properly managed and spent, okay? And these main aspects of content will be used as the frame for organizing your cost section of the business proposal. Okay, the first aspect of content of cost section is short description of costs. Following are the estimation of the cost for executing the project of developing and evaluating the expansion plan for Lean Smartphone. The cost sheet is then accompanied by the separated description of each item. Second aspect is cost breakdown. Now, we have the matrix that shows the individual cost item in detail. So, by this matrix, your client will have an understanding that the entire cost amount, which is separated by the individual cost item. And this kind of detailed information will increase the reliability of your information, also to heighten the expectation of the successful project. The last part of cost section is explanation. In this part, you're going to provide information how each cost item that has been shown in the previous page are calculated. First cost item was personnel. In this line, you're going to provide the name of the person and their title or the role and the actual cost that those personnel will need. You have described $30,000 and the exact calculation formula. 200 hours at $150 per hour. Second person is Steve Brown at $20,000, which is the result of the calculation of 200 hours at $100 per hour. The second cost item is travel. You're going to describe the travel taken by those personnel in the previous page. First travel route is Hanoi to Guangzhou to evaluate the overall manufacturing capacity of the two major hub plants, which involves 2 people at $8,500. And the second travel route is Hanoi to Virginia, New Mexico, Poland, and Izmir. And the role of the travel is to audit the facility and new supplies of strategical components and materials, involving 4 people at $11,500. The last cost item is equipment. You're going to need a lot of equipment for executing the project. First, 2 server computers, which will cost to $10,000, and other equipments are telephones, copiers, and rental rooms at $15,000. Right. So now let's look back the function of the cost section, which is realized by the 3 main aspects, which is short description, cost breakdown, and explanation. Well, these 3 aspects of information will convince your client much enough to pay the cost for the project. So these 3 aspects of information will help your client think that the cost is properly managed and spent. And finally, your client will pay the bill. Okay, so that is the function of the cost section of business proposal. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you around. Bye.